Hello and welcome back to the channel that is not afraid to tackle the big topics, and that is what we are going to be doing today. Oh yes, it's a little bit scary, but no, it's going to be fun, don't worry. Before we get started, I just want to say I'm pretty happy with the lighting in this video. I've got the key, the backlight, I've even got an edge light over there, the aperture turned on, and it's all doing some good stuff. And the background is finally a little bit darker than I am. You've seen me struggling before with this in other videos. You haven't brought up in the comments. Thank you, I appreciate that. But let's move on. You're happy for me, but you don't care too much. So we want to move on, yes, to the big topics as promised. And this video is for you, the independent filmmakers. Yes, I see you. I'm just like you. I'm learning. I have no money. And this video is for you. So from having spent years working in the independent film sector, this is something that I've seen happen again and again and again. And it really is very frustrating, and it's not something I see a lot of people talking about, or anyone really. So it's something I really thought that would be worth bringing up in this channel and kind of sharing it and discussing it. But before I tell you what it is, let me paint you a picture. Okay, imagine you are an actor. You should be so lucky because actors are amazing people, and the reason I'm making this video is for you, and the reason I want to keep on making films is because of you as well. It's true. So you're an actor, you just arrive on set, maybe you don't know anyone, maybe you know a few people, but either way it's stressful. There's a lot going on, there's lights being put up, there's microphones hanging from the air, there's people rushing around back and forth, you're kind of waiting for your opportunity to do your thing. Now on top of all this, the director arrives. He's the guy, he's got all the answers, he's got a vision. You can't look directly at him, you know, he's so powerful. You start filming, he tells you to go to the right, you go to the right. He tells you to go to the left, you go to the left. He tells you to go faster to the right, you go faster to the right. Tells you to go slower to the left, you go slower to the left. Hopefully you've got some lines in there as well, and they're not the worst lines in the world. Then finally, suddenly, the day has come to an end. And then very politely and friendly, you ask, is it possible to get some of your scenes, shots for a showreel? It's not a lot to ask, you would think, and yes, you would be right. It's not a lot to ask, and all filmmakers should be giving footage to their actors for their showreels. And then weeks or months later, you get the shots back. It's a wide shot. You can't see you. You're way over in the frame somewhere, or they've filmed you. They've maybe filmed half your face. It doesn't look good. Is that the film style? Okay, maybe. And so finally we come to the crux of the matter from all my energetic monologuing, that really when filmmakers, especially independent filmmakers, are getting people to appear in their film, you know, give them something in return. Maybe you're paying them, maybe you're not, but really give them something in return, and that's something you can give them in return is really decent showreel material. And what do I mean by decent showreel material? I mean, you know, 4 or 5 lines, a couple of close-ups, a mid-shot, well filmed with nice lighting where you can see their full face and you're not hiding them in the shadows and their voice isn't off screen. Forget about the IMDb credit. I don't think it really matters that much. I hear people talk about it. I don't think it really matters. Have you been on that website? It's one of the worst websites of all time. It hasn't been updated since 2005. And it really must be so infuriating and frustrating for actors to be, you know, going out to these locations at all times of the day and night. Maybe they're being paid, maybe they're not. Maybe they're being given food, maybe they're not. But the least amount you can do for them in return for all that work and all that waiting and all those skills which they have studied is to film their scenes in your film like a showreel. And it's one of those things that's going to work out well for you, the filmmaker, and the actor. You're going to bring the camera closer to them. You're going to give them the opportunity to use their acting skills, and you're going to create more, and by doing that, you know, you're going to create more of an emotional connection between the audience and the actor, and that'll increase the audience's satisfaction with your film. The audience like close-ups. They like to see people acting. It's a big part of why people go to the movies, I think, to see people acting things out, you know, role-playing. So that's kind of it. That's kind of what I want to say, and I'm pretty pleased generally with how I articulated that. So please, 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 when you're putting the actors into your film, and when you're writing your scripts and you're bringing the actor in for just a couple of hours or a couple of days on the project, really think, what is the actor going to get in return for this? And I understand money's hard, and I understand sometimes food is hard, but I think where a good middle ground is just to film that scene like a showreel and promise them that in a respectable amount of time, you will give them that footage back to a decent standard with good lighting, good sound. Okay, and with that, we have reached the end of the video. I hope that wasn't too much of an unhinged rant, but it is something, as you can probably tell, that I feel quite passionate about, and it's something I get frustrated when I see. I just think, filmmaking is a creative and collaborative journey we're all on, and I think it's very important that when you meet people on this journey, that you're giving back to them as much as they're giving to you. And there's probably no better way of saying it than that, really. And while all actors should be paid and all crew and actors should be paid and fed, I know it's not always possible. It's hard. We're all learning. But there's no reason at any level that actors should not be given really good and strong material for their showreel. And I really do think it'll benefit both the filmmaker and the actor, so please do consider it. And I always also meant to say, that the actor should also be brought behind the camera after every take and shown the takes and seeing what they think, and maybe include a rehearsal period in your film as well. But that might be a different topic. But really, just what I'm trying to say is just bring these people with you on the creative journey, because there is no end. I have found there is no end to the emotional power an actor can bring to your film, by limiting their screen time and by limiting their participation. You're only in fact limiting the eventual success of your film. So bring them in, get them collaborating, get them talking, and open them up to the process of what is happening around you and them on the film set. And I think there's just an untapped mine of gold of what the actor can bring. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking now before I say anything more. But if this wasn't too much of a scary, unhinged rant, please do consider liking and subscribing. And we're always talking about filmmaking here, both the film I'm making and also some of the other films I'm working on, and some of the other projects that I'm trying to get off the ground, but I'm always struggling with. So I'll be back with another video very, very soon, and thank you for watching.